Hello and welcome back to another How to Bloke. My favourite subject, the toilets. Today we're talking about not toilets, two of them, one toilet. This one here, ladies and gentlemen. Now I talked to you about toilets because it's important. You know, toilets are important, aren't they? Without one, you'd be stuffed really, having trouble, a difficult time. Anyway, now toilets are all very well and good until they go wrong. Now today I'm going to show you how to fix something simple without calling a plumber and increasing the price of the repair. So nothing wrong with plumbers, great job. But some of the jobs for a toilet, for example, are so cheap and easy to do you can do them yourself. This particular one is leaking from the cistern that fills up. So when you the flush, the tank of water that will then drops down into the toilet and flushes the toilet. Now that is leaking. Now what happens is it leaks past a rubber membrane in the cistern and drains down into the toilet. So all the time that's running, you're wasting water. It might not be a lot, but if you leave it for a couple of weeks, you're talking, you could be talking several cubic meters. And I don't know what water is in your part, how much it costs in your part of the world, but here it's expensive. If you can't afford to waste it. It's not good to waste it.
No.
And that noise you may or may not be able to hear is the valve in the cistern trying to fill up all the time as it's leaking. So it's leaking and the ball valve inside is trying to compensate, so it switches on and off and on and off. That's another thing, so it's the noise as well. So we'll show you what I mean by, if you come into the here, please, camera lady. Now if you look down and focus down with it there, now you'll see that water dripping in there. Now I'll just put some blue liquid in so you can see it better. You see what I mean? Now if I just put some blue in there, like that, you can see the white streaks where the blue is. You see, here and here. That's where the water's leaking. They're leaking out the top and costing you, no doubt, money. You can't leave it like that, really. I don't know how much that's how long it will take to fill up a meter cube, but
yeah, it keeps going. We can hear.
And plus, you can hear the noise. You can hear that noise.
Yeah.
That's the ball valve in the cistern in here. It responds to the drop in water level and switches on. Lets more water in. So you have this noise. So if you can hear this noise at night whilst you're asleep, well, not whilst you're asleep, but when it's quiet, that might be the problem. Anyway, we can fix this, and I'll show you how. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to undo this thing here. All toilets are different, aren't they? But you've got to find your way into this tank here, like that somehow. Obviously, turn the water off here, or it might be at the bottom of the back of the tank, or up the underneath or somewhere. Just switch it off for the moment. Now, in here, you have to get in a bit closer, camera lady person. In here, you want to take off this thing here. You've got to get it out, or this assembly. It's got to come out somehow. Now, how they come out, they're all different. Okay, but I know this one because I've done this repair before. So that's what you've got to do, and you've got to figure out how you're going to get it out. So whether you go online or go to the manufacturer's website or something like that, but you'll see, or you can find a new one at the shops. You'll see how it comes out, perhaps. Anyway, if you could just step away now, camera person, because there's not enough room in this cubicle. I'm going to get this thing out, so I'll come back to you in a moment. Right, here it is. Look, this particular one was screwed in like that, just a quarter turn or an eighth turn. So I unscrewed it so that these little tags or tabs here would go into the tabs in the bottom there. Anyway, right, here we are. This is the thing that came out. These are all different how they work, but essentially they're all the same insofar as they have some sort of washer mechanism at the bottom there. So when you press the lever or you pull the lever, that thing comes up and allows the water that's surrounding this thing to go into the toilet and flush it. Okay. Now what happens is that normally the thing is closed, so water can't leak from here into the toilet. Now what happens is that this washer gets worn. I don't know what it's made of. Maybe it's neoprene or raw rubber or some sort of a mixture of plastic or nylon. I have no idea. I'm not interested in that. All I do know is it wears out. Well, how does it wear out then? It doesn't look particularly worn to you, to me, and neither to you probably. It hasn't got a split in it or a bulge in it or something missing, but it is worn. I'm going to break this rule of doing this. So we need something. I'm just going to stop the camera there and get, or maybe not. On this particular occasion, I've been lucky enough to be able to squeeze it off my fingers. Normally you just have to put a screwdriver in there and just open this, what do you call it, washer here. Okay, so this is the washer here. Now careful when you take this apart. Remember, maybe have somebody with you or photograph it, because these things are like can be a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. And then you want to kind of put it back together, you're going, which bit goes where? So make a note. Anyway, this is the diaphragm or rubber washer that's come off of it. Now, because I've already had this one off, you can't see that with the camera, but you can see if you hold it up to the light, and get a shine on it, you can see that there's a little line line around the outside of that where it's touched the seal at the bottom of the toilet. So all the time that is worn.
If you get your hand out of the way, we may be able to see it.
Okay. Maybe you can see that. It's just there, just on the inside of that, a few millimeters in from the inside. And you think, that's not much. Yeah, but it's enough to make it leak. That's the thing. Enough to make it leak. These things don't last forever, depending on the kind of water you got as well. You know.
Is it a round circle thing?
Yeah, it's a round circle thing because there's another round circle thing that sits on there like that. So the two must. Anyway, the point is these things don't last forever. Well, you might come back from holiday now after a couple of weeks or 3 weeks or something, if you're lucky enough to get away for that time. And you come back and you think, wow, toilet leaks now. Why is that? It never used to leak before. Because this is on its way out. It gets brittle as it gets older, and sometimes you can take it off of here, and you can rub your thumb across it, and all the black stuff will come off on your thumb, which is another indication that it's on its way out. Anyway, so what you're going to do, you're going to buy a new one of these. Now, depending on what kind of make it is, it depends on the price. I mean, they're not that expensive, but you know, you've got to get the right one. And when you buy them. You make sure of two things. You make sure the diameter this way, so you measure that way like that, and you measure the inside diameter, so inside and outside diameter, and the thickness of it. So those are the three things you got. Now this is a new one. Right, it's not absolutely the same size, but as near as damn it. Look, that's going to fit okay. So we're going to put this one back. Now this one is absolutely brand new, and the feel of it is much different. That's going to be perfect. So we're going to put this one on.
Where did you buy these things?
This one I got from Amazon, and
you just type washer, or?
Yeah, you type I don't know.
Toilet cistern washer.
If you know the make of this thing. Now this one is I'll probably say it the wrong way. SIAMP, SIAMP or SIAMP or something. This particular one, all of my toilets are all different. So, but if you just look at that, put the manufacturer's name in, and then put cistern washer or something like that, you'll go to find it.
Okay.
Not system, cistern, CISTERN. Anyway, we're going to put this back now. So we're going to put it back in reverse order. Remember how it goes back. You don't want to be left with any bits left over. So we're going to put this washer on here. Now this is fairly straightforward one really. Some of them can be quite tricky to put back, but this one is easy. So, and then we put this security washer. If you didn't put this on, this would fall off, or could fall off. So we'll put that on. That's just to hold it in place like that. Okay. So that's done. That's good. That's the old one there. So we're going to put this back now, and I'll show you how we fixed it. Can be tricky lining these things up. You haven't got much
with
room.
the camera in your face.
Especially with the camera in face, you haven't got much room to play with here. And having hands like big bananas and big banana fingers doesn't help either. Right, that's bang on. It's gone back in there. Quite good. Okay, let's turn the water back on. Just stopcock here. And hopefully, all things being equal, we will have stopped the leak into the toilet.
And we should stop hearing that annoying noise all the
Yeah.
time.
The toilet keeps trying to fill itself up. So I'm going to put this toilet thing back on here. As I say, these toilet flush things are all different, you know. So this one you push down, others you pull up, and you know you dance the hokey cokey and turn around and all that business. So this one, anyway. So the tank's full. This is the water tank here. It's full up with water. So we're going to put some blue around again. I'm going to put some blue so you can see what's happening. Oh, excuse me, that was not me.
It's not making any of that noise anymore.
No, it's not me. Notice that the it sounds like one of them engines, you know. Noise is gone. Put some more blue around here. It's like engineer's blue, only it's not.
Yeah, there's no streaks no more.
Okay. So you can see there's no streaks here. Look. It's full up, and in here, trust me, it's full up. I'll flush the toilet in a minute. So you've cured it. You've stopped water, wasting water, coming from here, the cistern, into the toilet. And you fixed it. Now, how long is that going to last? Well, it's a couple of years, 3 years maybe. This is our outside toilet. We it's used quite a lot, really, I suppose. But yeah, it needs to be fixed for two reasons: wasted water. And the noise all the time. So
Yeah, there's no more noise. Normally it'd be going right now.
right, let's flush the toilet now, and then she'll see what I'm on about. Right, that's the toilet filling up again. It's a good thing to know, handy to know. That all the toilets are basically the same thing, you know, same basic design with the plumbing inside it. Some mechanisms are more efficient than others, and so on and so forth. But we're trying to cure a leak here. We're trying to do it cheaply.
I can see there are no more leaks.
Well, we'll put some more blue down there. This being the last blue because I'm nearly run out. Right, cistern's nearly full. Right, it's stopped. The cistern's full up now because the ball valve is closed. Now, there goes the blue.
Put some where the leak used to be. That's it. Yeah, there's no more noise.
No, no more noise. There's no more. There's no more leak. Voila. So you saved yourself some water, a plumber's visit, the associated costs with that visit, and you saved yourself some earache from your better half. May get that toilet fixed, you know. And this piece here. This cost me €7.85 from Amazon.
Can you show us again where the line was?
Okay, I'll try and show you. Look, this is a thin, or it's very fine.
I can see it now.
Can you see it? I've just put my end of my ruler.
Point it.
There.
At the front, there.
Right, just there, a couple of millimeters
There
in.
I can't see, but I can see at the front. We're here, closer to me. We can see it now, on the edge. This line here.
Yeah. Now, if you were to have a look at that under a microscope or something, you'd see it wasn't. There'd be a dip in it. It'd be like a valley in it. So.
Wow, that's tiny, isn't it?
Now, the point of fact here is I've tried to refurbish these things. I've tried to sand them down. I've tried to heat them up and then cool them down so they give them a new surface kind of thing. I've had some measurable success, but running faffing around with these things, you know, spending afternoon in the garage trying to get this thing to work, putting it back and putting it on, putting it back, waste of time. Just buy yourself something like this. It's going to cost around that price, €7.85 or 58, whatever I said, but less than a tenner, $10, you know, £10, and get it fixed and do it yourself, and you'll be a hero, a family hero. Seriously. Anyway, I'll stop yakking on about toilets. I'm glad that's fixed because that's been annoying me for a while. I've got some cooking video up here because I do some cooking. I've got some quick tips up here. I've got some more DIY jobbies down here, and if you want to subscribe, it's down here. So until next time.